Here we are at the pyramids. What?
Aren't you through yet?
Through with what?
Taking a picture. No. Your dad's right behind me.
Did you like any of the pictures you saw today?
What do you mean?
Did you like any of the pictures you saw today?
Yeah, I like all.
The movie?
Yeah?
That was interesting.
It was,
This is buoyant.
Yeah.
This is what plant?
Well, we saw that the movie was about that painting.
I am going to disappear. I am going to disappear. Ta-da! I'm only disappearing. Hello. I'm going to disappear.
I don't think you should hang on it though. I'd hate. What are you girls doing?
Moose.
Moose.
How many mooses do you have?
I just had
There you
one
go.
and used my other one.
Hmm. We're here at the cafe at the National Gallery of Art where the girl with water lilies is.
Second moose.
With
My second moose.
more mooses.
Two moose, second moose, second moose. My second moose.
We have one. We have a lot of mooses.
Moose, 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 moose.
Anything you want to say, Pop?
Moose is good. Good moose.
Moose, 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 moose.
The only problem is the girls don't like the moose.
Magdalena, you gonna eat all that?
You
All of
eating
it?
all that moose?
Mom, look. Mom.
It's a lot of moose.
Some coffee, espresso, cappuccino, latte.
A pattern maker?
She made a pattern for it
Turn it inside out.
Oh.
in addition to
She's very good. She was very good.
Your mother made doll's beds for you.
She what?
She made doll beds for you.
Yes, and wrapping beds, you know.
What kind?
I don't know how she did it, but she did it. She put some at the bottom. It's a rock. I remember it was a rocking bed.
A rocking bed.
Yeah, she had. I don't know how she did it.
She made a cradle.
Out of wood?
Yeah.
A cradle.
That's right.
Right? It was a cradle.
A rocking bed.
Yeah, you know, doom,
The-
doom,
cradle.
cradle.
Yeah.
Cradle.
A rocking bed.
I call it a rocking bed.
What did you play with when you were a kid?
What we played with?
Mm-hmm.
Dolls. And just what little toys we had, we got. That was the same thing my mother. Huh?
What toys did you have?
Not much. Whatever.
She had dolls.
Dolls we had all the time.
What were the dolls made out of?
How many dogs?
What were
One.
they made out of?
How did she make the dolls?
No, what
Oh.
were they made out of?
Of cloth.
Cloth.
Make them like cloth.
They were made out of cloth,
Right. Right.
like Heavy
dolls?
Baby.
Not the head.
No, it's talking about.
She'd stuff them with whatever she had. I don't know how it was. I remember she made them but I don't remember exactly how she made them. I mean, how she did it, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
I remember having them.
Well, that's what Karen did. Karen made dolls for these two here.
You mean the
Who
red
did?
dolls?
The red dolls, right.
Oh, those beautiful
Those are
Valentine.
weird.
Those are in our house. Those would be part of the
so-
100
Because one of them has a
things.
short leg and one has a long leg,
they're
and
so
then one
funny.
has a short arm and one has a long arm.
Yeah, what was up with that? Cool.
And they didn't have a face.
I just tried my best.
They were
I
awesome.
just tried my
Was
best.
it-
And they
Carrot.
didn't have a
Was
shirt.
there a bottle of
remember-
wine
did I ever
involved?
tell
They didn't have shirt or pants and
Bruh.
they were red.
Did I ever
It
tell you the
supposed to
time
be
I was up
way
on the
back.
attic when the Ku Klux Klans were there?
Well, tell me about it. Yeah, when you were up.
Huh?
Tell me.
I told you about it, didn't I? My mother had wine, and she knew that they were coming all over
The
the,
Ku Klux Klan were coming.
right. First they had a parade that night, and I was out there like a jerk watching them. At night, 9 o'clock in the night. But I was stubborn. I wanted to see what they looked like. And everything was fine because my mother watched me.
No.
Now, what was that show telling you about?
The Ku Klux Klan, you
Oh.
were up in the attic.
Oh, that's right. We had wine in the house. My mother she knew that they were going to come that day. And she put it all in bottles and brought it upstairs. And I got up the attic, and she'd hand me the bottles to put in the attic. Well, we were just through doing it. I didn't have a chance to get out when the Ku Klux Klans came in. So she had to lock the top, and let me stay in there. She said, "Stay there and don't make no noise." I'll never forget. I
Oh,
could
that's
still see
incredible.
myself sitting there and shaking like a leaf.
That's incredible story.
Yeah.
That's incredible story.
Well,
Did
anyway.
they come in your house?
Yeah. Yeah, they came in the house. They went all over the yard, the backyard. We had cows and we had pigs. And we had 2 gardens on each side of our house, the way it was fixed. Because then we had, my dad filled we had grapes and he made what would you call it?
Arbor.
Arbor?
Grape arbor.
Arbor.
An
Yeah.
arbor.
For the all right, from the barn to the house. My dad had it done. Anyway, we had manure piled up. And they start trying to dig, to see if they felt something hard. So my mother said, in Italian, she said, do it all over the yard. Do it like they showed it. She showed him. And as soon
Spread
as
it
my
out.
mother,
Spread it out. Spread it out. Spread it out.
yeah, spread it out in Italian. But she made the show. She showed how to do it. And when she did that, they stopped right away. They left everything.
Your
But-
mother was clever.
Yeah, she had two guns in her pocket.
I was gonna say, didn't she have guns in her pockets?
Yeah, two
So
guns.
she spread the manure out, and then the clans.
No, they were
Oh,
looking
we
in
were-
the manure for the wine, and then she said,
See, we
"Well,
had
if
it
you're
all-
in the manure, why don't you just do it nicely?
It was
Help me
piled
out
up
with
real
the garden. Just spread
was
it
kinda
while
piled
you're
up.
looking in there."
So they thought it was something in there,
So she tricked him to helping him do the
Right,
garden.
exactly.
She told him that as soon as my mother said that to them in Italian, and she showed him she showed him it by telling him what to do. Put the shovel. And when she said that to him, they quit. They didn't even they
And she
didn't.
had guns in her pocket.
Huh?
What was she gonna do with her guns?
She was hiding them.
She was hiding them.
Oh, she was hiding them.
Because they're
What's
going to
that?
steal them.
Oh, the guns? She put them in her pocket because if they saw them,
They'll steal
they
them.
would have taken from her.
Yeah.
So she put them in her pocket so they wouldn't steal them.
Where was your
And
dad?
they told her, "What do you got in your pocket?" And my mother said, "It's none of your business." In Italian.
Do they speak Italian?
No,
No.
she didn't.
You're ignorant. So how do you say in Italian, it's none of your business?
I can't.
Bisogna te.
Huh?
No, è bisogna te.
Unde bisogna? Una cosa petilla, you know.
No, 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 that because it's tortillas.
Yeah.
It's
None
not,
of your, you know, it's not gonna be your whatever.
Yeah.
no, no, that because of tortillas. This is not nothing of yours. This is not nothing that you should be concerned with.
What's that? I could.
No,
Say it out-
no
say
ne
it louder.
per cosa per ti. No ne per cosa per ti.
Yeah. Una cosa petilla.
Uh-huh. It's Italian.
Like they to asked her if she had anything in her pocket because the way she was holding, she had a apron, and she had the guns in her pockets, and the apron covered it up. And they told her and said, "What do you got there?" She said, "None of your business." She said, in Italian, because they couldn't touch her, you know.
Because she was a woman.
She had 2 guns in her pocket.
Uh,
They would have taken them if they would have saw it. Then everybody had wine, but we didn't have wine. They couldn't find any.
Because it was in the attic.
Right.
With you.
And, huh?
With you.
Yeah. And that made them pretty mad because they didn't find anything. Everything down the street had wine, and they had it all out in the street falling in the sewer. It was a shame. But we didn't. We were the only one that didn't have wine to be thrown away. Because we had to heard about it. My mother heard about they were going to come in that night, and she put them all in bottles. And we didn't have much time for me. I had to stay up there. I
It must have
stayed.
been so scary.
I was, but
Oh,
Well, now, did the Ku Klux Klan have a thing about Italians? They didn't have a.
no,
Yeah.
that was
oh yeah.
they were all around.
they had
In
a
Johnson
thing for
City
Italians.
and Marin and
Yes,
Heron,
anyone
they
who
were all
was-
around. They come in to try to take everything over. The Ku
They didn't
Klux-
like Italians.
I don't know if they didn't like the Italian or
Yeah, the
not,
Italians were a little dark.
but they got killed by them, I guess.
I guess they didn't like them then.
The Italians killed a couple.
They what?
The Italians killed a couple of Ku Klux Klan, right?
Did they kill them?
I think you said. you
Well,
told me.
were there a lot of Ku Klux Klan in St. Louis at that time?
Not in St. Louis.
Oh,
This is in Johnson City.
This is in Illinois.
Oh.
My father, her father was hired with a bunch of Italians to break the strike, the major strike in the mines of southern Illinois. It was a major strike. And the strike was the beginning of the major union movement. And they brought in all these Italians as scabs. The Italians were, they didn't know any better. And it was a job, because they were all starving in St. Louis. And so they had a job, and their job was to be scabs. And so the Union people got together with the Ku Klux Klan people and started harassing the scabs. It was a huge turmoil. If you look at the history of the unions, there's a huge, huge thing that occurred in Illinois in the 20s, somewhere around there. And they broke, where they were trying to break the unions, and then finally the unions broke them.
Well, I remember I was a little bitty kid about 10, 12 years old. When the Ku Klux, when they came in that night, parading down the street. I watched it. I went outside. We had a fence in the front. And I stood by the fence and I watched them all go by. All in white.
They had their hats on.
Yeah, all in white. Their head was all covered up.
What about the husbands? Where was your dad when this happened?
My dad had to go hide. He didn't even, my cousin from St. Louis came over, and they went for a walk, and they went someplace else.
Come in this room.
Why did the men hide? Because they didn't want to get in like
They
a
didn't
fight?
hide, they just walked out of the house.
They just didn't want to be in a...
No, because they wanted my mother to take care of it. She
Uh-huh.
could, even though she was, couldn't speak Italian, she knew how to do it. Because they didn't do nothing. They thought they had something in the manure, so when they
Yeah.
were doing that, my mother she made him understand. She says, "See, you know what? Put it all over in my yard." Because we had two different places where we had vegetables,
Uh-huh.
all kinds of fruit, all kinds of vegetables, because we used to eat them. I mean, sell them all down the street.
That's quite a story.
Huh?
Quite a story.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it interesting? Doesn't Sophia and Collie Roy have the same story where Collie Roy was up in the attic?
Here, Russ, you want to take this?
Nan, how old are you?
94.
94.
You're not 90.
What am I?
You're 97.
Oh, come on. Not 97.
Yes, you are.
96.
96.
Turning 97 in November.
December.
Oh, December.
Mama, but I wanted to take a video of just me.
Okay, here.
No, I want to take the stuff that one. I want to get my own.
Sophia, you're just teasing now.
We're at concourse now. Do you swallow this one? What? Could we swallow our fish oil, Mama?
If you wanted to, sure.
Big ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to smell.
Man, my phone just doesn't stop ringing, I gotta tell you.
But Sophia, only if you eat all of
What am I going to do with this?
Double trickle it around.
Okay. No. We're playing. You can't come in our house.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What are we doing?
I'm rolling them.
Yeah.
Then what do you do after that?
Then we play with it.
You play with them.
It's Play-Doh.
See, play.
Can't we
Go.
eat it when we're done?
Well, we can make some cookies too.
Yo. What about thunder cake?
We
Oh,
could,
this is just Play-Doh?
could make thunder cake.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What do you do with it? That's it?
Yeah.
You
I
just
want to eat it. I want to eat it.
You're going to eat it?
I'm going to eat it.
here, Daddy.
Forgot about this. I gotta stir it. It's the final color.
One time. Do you swallow this one? What? Could we swallow our fish oil, Mama?
If you wanted to, sure.
Big ones?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to smell.
Man, my phone just doesn't stop ringing, I gotta tell you.
But Sophia, only if you eat all of
What am I going to do with this?
Hi, Magdalena. Talk to me.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Eating breakfast.
Oh, you are? Okay, then. You eating a good breakfast?
Yeah.
All right, then. I'm going to leave today.
Bye.
All right, bye. Take care. Okay, then.
Okay. Well, Nan, we had a really good time on our trip. Your trip?
Well, I enjoyed myself very much. Okay, then.
Okay, we love you.
I love you, too. All right. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Hello, Magdalena. Mom, she actually said hello, Magdalena.
She thought that. Well, you tricked her by saying that You were Magdalena and that you were Sophia.
Mm-hmm. She actually said hello, Magdalena, to Sophia.
So Nana came and spent 2 weeks here in Maryland.
One week at our house and 1 week at their house, right?
Yep. What do you remember from Nana being here?
Remember when before Nana came when we were making her bed? Before Nana came,
We were making her bread?
bed.
Oh, her bed. I remember that. You helped make her bed.
Fly, fly, bird. I look funny.
You helped make her bed, didn't you?
A bird. That's a good bird, right? Go. Go. You see? See? No.
Well, the little baby hawk said he flies so high, flies right up to the sky. Every time I go outside, I want to play. Here's what I say: hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah, hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh no, hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Well, the great daddy hawk, he flies so high, his wings spread out all over the sky. All the other birds, they look around, never seen a hawk like that make a sound.
Morning.
Hawks come by in the morning. Hawks come by in the morning. Morning. Oh yeah. Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh no. Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah. Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah. Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah. Well, the little mommy hawk, well, she flies so high.
Morning.
Every one bird likes her in the sky. She's right so high and then it flies all around. Such a pretty,
Morning.
pretty sight you never did see.
Morning.
Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Hawks come by in the morning.
there. Morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hawks come by in the morning.
Morning. Morning. We do another song. We do another song.
Oh well. Maybe these guys love me. Uh-huh.
Look at them sleeping. Wake up! Wake up and smell the coffee.